My name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's great to have you, and if you are returning, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me. So this is, just move camera down a touch. So this is my weekly Flosstube update video where I show you what I've been working on for the last 7 days. It's a bank holiday Monday here in the UK. The bin man has just gone past outside, so we might hear some noise. The washing machine's on and I've been busy. But anyway, let's tell you about my week. So this week I worked on 5 projects and I've got in a total of 5,500 stitches, and I have been getting some extra work in on Maui Princess daily, as I'm now not able to focus on her because I've had a model stitches come in, and you know, obviously things have been a little bit busy with my kitchen, which I'll tell you all about shortly. So let's get to the stitching first and then we'll look at the other stuff. So if you're here for stitching, here we go. First piece I've worked on is this one. This is the Realm of Middle Earth map. It's Tilton Crafts. It's moved from 31.71% to 31.83% and has had 1,000 stitches. Sorry, it's a little bit of a pickle at the moment because they're showing one of the kitchen fitters this. It's stitched on some 25 count, 1/1 full cross, can't see a thing, and I've been working down on this section here. So yeah, filling in, keep going, plugging away at this one. But yeah, it's lovely. I'm very proud of it and pleased to be working on it. Also, it sort of has another little thing now, I suppose. I can't think of the word to describe it. It's the 6th of May. Yesterday on the 5th of May, it was announced that Bernard Hill, who'd played King Theoden of Rohan, had sadly passed away at the age of 79. He was one of my favourite actors. You know, right from the Boys from the Black stuff back in the 80s. Obviously, he was the captain in Titanic as well. He was the Shelley Valentine's husband. And, you know, he was in my very favourite series of films, so R.I.P. Bernard. Okay, so next one I worked on is this one. Maui Princess, artwork by Hannah Lynn, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This was free, it's now no longer available. I've put in 1,500 stitches this week. So I had a day where I did 500 stitches on it. And then I think it was one day 500, I'm not quite sure. I think that was the 1st of May. No, it wasn't. It was the 30th of April. Managed to get 500 stitches in on it, and then first through the 5th, actually through to today, the 6th of May, I've actually got 1,700 stitches in, because there's no sense in not counting today's stitches because I've already done them. So I've done actually 1,700 on Maui Princess. So it's gone from 82.73 to 83.52%. And it's worked 1/1 full cross on some 25 count. And as you can see, we now have a complete chest area on this bird. Not quite sure what it is. I want to say cockatoo, I want to say parrot, I want to say bird of paradise, I want to say all kinds of things, but I really do not know my birds. But anyway, the whole of his chest area is now complete. Lots of yellows and actually even some very pale pinks in this part, some very pale peachy pinks. So, you know, obviously I'm still heading towards this side. But 200 stitches a day for my first sort of hour or so stitching in the morning is absolutely doable on her. And I might just keep going like that. Obviously have her in rotation as well, but then just keep going like that because it just seems to be helping to make that progress. Okay. So yeah, 1,700 stitches on Maui Princess. Next one I've worked on is this one. This is Envy, artwork by Marta Dahlig, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm sorry that there's some glare this morning on my imaging. Second one for me of the 7 Deadly Sins series. I've already done Avarice. She's somewhere. I will find her. I've done 1,000 stitches, 30.63 to 31.04%. And as you can see, we've completed really this skin here. We've started on the bustier of a dress and put in some more green here. But yeah, it's lovely. Really, really looking lovely. I'm so pleased with how this one is coming along. You know, I've had a couple of zeros as well, because on the skin colours, some of them aren't used on the other sections of this. So it's been really nice. Yeah, so yeah, just keep plugging away with progress on her. Just fold her up. .25 count Lugana. This has been worked on 1/1 full cross. If ever I forget, it's in the description below. I have a habit of forgetting. Okay, so the next one I worked on, we have hit a milestone on. And it's this one. This is She Sleeps, artworks by Stephanie Pui-Mun Law, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This was gifted to me by my friend Petra on Instagram, and I'm loving every stitch of her. So I said to Andy, I showed him where I was on it, because obviously it's a round piece and I've done all around the edge. And he said, whereabouts should I stitch today? So he picked it, he looked at it like a clock, and he picked at 5 o'clock. So I've worked 1,000 stitches, and it's gone from 19.6 to 20.13%. So we've hit that 20% milestone. And as you can see, I've worked in this section here. It was out on a stitch with me this week. So you can see where the hoop mark is here, and I've worked within there. And it's worked 2/1 full cross on some 20 count even weave. So just with this one, I'll show you how it looks all in. Oh dear, I can't even see if I've got it all in. Oh, there we go. That's better. So there we are. And I think that after Maui's finished, I think it's this one that's closest to a finish. It's either this one or it's Sailing Fairy. I can't remember. But anyway, so yeah, happy with that, and getting to that 20% milestone. It's another one it feels like, you know, it's a fifth, and then it'll be a quarter, and then it'll be a third, and then it'll be, you know, and so on. So it's quite exciting, I think, to get to some milestones. And the last one I've worked on is this, and this is a stitching shelf, artwork by Aimee Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is the regular size max colour version. She Sleeps is also regular size max colour. This was again gifted to me by my friend Petra over on Instagram, and I've put in 1,000 stitches. This time, last time we actually reached the 20% milestone on this. 20.13 to 20.40%, and we've come in along here, and we've carried on filling in up to sort of about here. But yeah, again, looking really beautiful, and I really am ready now to move this one up. So when I get to the end of this row, the roll is going to be rolled up a little bit. So just so that you can see it all. Could be looking at from underneath it. So yeah, that's that one. 1/1 full cross on 25 count. So that's all the stitching. The eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed I didn't have a live stream on Sunday. I popped a post on my community page because I've been quite busy with my new kitchen, which I'll get to in a moment. So, you know, if you had been on the live stream, it would have been, if I had been on the live stream, it would have been Stitch and Shove. So just looking forward into this week. So on Wednesday, there will be a Stitch with Me, which is a music one, which has got the Lord of the Rings stained glass. Sailing Fairy will be out this week, and then the next Stitch with Me with chat will be on Friday, and that will be with Daughter of the Deep. And then on Sunday for the live, it will be Night Cafe, which will be out, because I will be doing a live next Sunday, because I didn't like not having one this week. Obviously in between as well, I have got 2 model stitches, one of which I am probably a good halfway through, and another one which is only a sort of a small piece. It's not even a full coverage. So I'll be working on those as well, but 200 stitches a day also on Maui Princess, so I will be getting a further 1400 stitches at minimum on her this week. Right, so that's all of the stitching news. So if you're not, if you're here for just the stitching, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. But let's go on and talk a little bit about me, us, the house, and the kitchen, and all the other good stuff. Okay, so first of all, me, weight loss this week, wasn't there, £0.5 pound on, but I'm not surprised, because I've had no kitchen and I've not really been able to cook and prepare and eat as I would have liked. It's been a very disjointed week where food has been concerned, because we've been opting for a takeaway option, which is really difficult to get healthy stuff, although I have tried my best to sort of, you know, not to add sauces and not to add chips and not to add cheese and so on. So just grab a drink. And of course, you know, in the house, it's been like cold food. But the kitchen, it started on the Friday, and the Friday and to a large extent the Saturday were quite cold days. And the fitters had the door open, and the back door open, and my back, it doesn't get sunlight until very late on in the day. So it was just bringing cold air into the house, and we were cold, really, really cold. We've got a connecting door between my living room here and my kitchen there, and that was closed, but still it was just cold. So having cold food wasn't always, you know, for me, the nicest and the best option. Obviously we could have hot drinks, but you know, when people are busy working in your house, you don't really want to be going in there every 2 minutes for the kettle. So, you know, it was kind of a bit difficult at first, you know, just to sort of get things, get into that routine. Anyway, so on Friday they demolished the kitchen. I had no sink from Friday until Sunday morning. And even then I got a sink on Sunday morning. We still couldn't use it until sort of Monday, because it had been sealed in, and we had to wait for the sealant to set. So every time we used a cup or a plate or anything, it had to go upstairs to the bathroom to be washed. Friday evening, my new kitchen was delivered. On Saturday, the fitter started fitting said new kitchen, and then the builder came across a problem. Some of the doors were not up to his standard, and he wouldn't have felt comfortable in fitting them, so he rejected them and said to the kitchen builder that he wanted new doors, and because of the inconvenience and him having to pay his fitter an extra day, he wanted the doors to be upgraded as well. So I got a new and upgraded kitchen door. So they came on Monday, but even when they came, there were still some things that weren't right. So the kitchen manufacturers had to make a third trip here from Leeds, which is about an hour away, with replacement bits later on in the week. So by the end of Sunday, I had my units, certainly my base units, fitted, and my kitchen sink back in. And I think the upper units were fitted as well, weren't they, on Sunday? Andy? Were the upper units fitted on Sunday? I think they were, weren't they? Then on Monday, we started off bright and early with the tiler. And the tiler came on Monday morning and started to do his thing. So, of course, you know, adding grout and muck and tile dust and everything. But I have to say that after every day that they left the kitchen spotless. They really did. So that was the tiling done. So we were expecting for the whole thing to have been done by that point, but sadly that was not to be. Because on Tuesday, the fitter came back to carry on fitting the doors, and then fit the extractor. And then the tiler had to come back on Thursday to replace the tile that had got cracked. So Thursday I had the tiler, and I also had the fitter here fitting the baseboards, sealing in around the tops of the worktops and around the baseboards, and doing the final bits of, you know, what they call snagging. There was like a drawer that when I pulled it out, it made a clunk. So there was like a screw that needed adjusting. And, you know, there were like little bits and pieces that just needed to be finalised. And then on the Thursday morning, I got my cooker had arrived as well, my new cooker. And I already said to the builder, are you going to be able to fit it? Oh, yeah, no problem. Turns out that the cooker is more powerful than he envisaged, so it does need a professional. So as yet, we are a week later, and I still do not. I have a kitchen, which is lovely, but I can't use it because I still don't have a working cooker. So I've got an electrician booked to come tomorrow and fit the cooker. So all being well, by tomorrow evening, I should actually be able to cook something. But I'm going to have a look and see if I can show you a picture of how it looks so far. Now this weekend, we have been busy sorting out, painting, refitting, refilling cupboards where possible, because some of them I can't fill yet at all. But, you know, we've been, you know, doing stuff like that. So what I've got, I'm really happy with. You know, it just looks really beautiful, really clean, crisp lines. I mean, obviously this door here is still looking cream. It needs to be painted white, and then all of the other bits of painting needs to be done white. But, you know, I mean, once I get it fully finished, it'll look absolutely superb. It's just been such a hard road to get there. For what should have been 4 days, this took 7, and still I need an electrician to come. And then me and Hannah have been working in there doing the painting. So that's really why I didn't have a live stream last night, because we've been busy putting things back together. We've been painting, we've been doing some filling in, you know, like holes and gaps and stuff. And yesterday we were just like, you know what, we need a Sunday dinner. So we went out and had a carvery Sunday dinner at a local pub. Took my stepdad and the 5 of us and the dog all went and had a dinner out, and just a little bit of wind down time and to get away from it. But I've been able to go and buy some nice accessories. I went to IKEA, got some nice bits and pieces, and also went to a couple of other shops and got a few bit more odds and ends, just to sort of dress it up and make it really nice in there. But I'm certainly hoping that by this time next week, or when you'll see my Flosstube next week, that there'll be an insert of a picture of how nice it all looks now it's finished. I've got one more appliance to buy, but I can't buy that yet because money is an issue. You know, obviously we've spent a fair bit of money on the kitchen, and we've had the unexpected expense of having to have the electrician come in. And, you know, we've bought a few bits and pieces as well. So I have spent more than I anticipated, but I'm proud to say that I haven't had to borrow anything to complete this work. You know, every penny that we've used on it is money that we've already had in the bank that I've saved specifically for this purpose. And I have to say that for me, that has been one of my greatest achievements. I'm starting to have the home that I want, paid for. I'm not owing anybody to do it. I'm not in any sort of debt. I wanted it, I planned it, I chose the colours, you know, and for me that is just, I've worked for it, and now I'm having it. But anyway, so that's my kitchen. So yeah, it's been exhausting, but I'd do it all again. I really would. Although I'd probably have slightly better cooking arrangement and wait until it was a bit warmer. It's been very weird this week with the weather, because one day we've had like 3 degrees and the next day it's been 24. So we just can't figure it out. This country is just, the weather is just wild right now. But there we go. So that is everything really. So now you are all caught up. Today it's a bank holiday here in the UK, early May bank holiday. We're about to nip down to the supermarket and go and get some food shopping. Then when we come back, Hannah and I will go and crack on with some painting again, and hopefully finish off the vast majority of the painting today, and just carry on dressing the kitchen really, and just then wait. When the electrician's been tomorrow, I'll be able to then get things finalised and finished. So yeah, that's really everything from me. So as ever, 3 videos on your screen in a moment. If you've not watched those, please do go take and have a look. And if you do wish to help me, knowing what I've just said about me spending an awful lot of money in my kitchen, just watching another channel and sitting through the adverts will be a massive help. I don't ask for any buy me a coffee or anything like that. Your viewership is plenty for me. So next Tuesday, tomorrow there'll be Stitch With Me Out with the Realm of the Lord of the Rings stained glass. It will be one with music. On Friday there'll be a chatty one with Daughter of the Deep. And then on Sunday for the live stream we'll have Night Cafe out. Other than that, I will see you all, next week for my next Flosstube update. I know I can't. I just can't even right now. Thanks very much everybody for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.